bless you all. Thank you for being here. And today we're going to talk about the song, The Blessing. It is a great song that many of us have been hearing in our churches. It is a song that has been out for not too long, but I know it's been a blessing, especially for a time like this where we're dealing with this pandemic that has stricken us all by surprise, and we're just trying to move forward, and we're all asking for a blessing. And it's a great song by Elevation. I know Cody Carnes is in it, and so is Carrie Job. I'm sorry if I said her name wrong, Carrie Job or Joby, I'm not too sure. But we're just going to dive right in. This is my interpretation of the song. This is not 100% how they play it, but if you're looking to learn how to play the song, if you're looking to, just be able to play this with your church, this is a great place to start. And you can always add more things, and at the end I'll throw in a few little things you can do with the band. If you have a bass player, you can tell them, hey, switch around some of these notes. Very simple stuff. It is a simple song, but with a simple song, there's so many things that you can do. And this is a great song. If you haven't sang it in your church yet, I know it'll be a blessing to your people and your congregation. So don't hesitate. Go ahead and bless those around you, those that serve with you, and those that come to your congregation. So let's dive right in. So to begin with, the song is on the key of B. It is a pretty simple song. It does vary around the same chord. So you have your E, your B, you have your E, your G sharp, and your F sharp. I play them differently. I just kind of play the regular form of them. On the verse, it does go, it does a different variation than the bridge and the chorus. The bridge and the chorus do the same 6, 4, 1, 5. But within that, there's so many things you can do. So we're going to dive right in. So with the verse, and I'm not going to go too much into the intro. The intro's another version of the verse. In this song, you'll play the same chords, so I won't bore you with, doing the intro and then doing the verse. So let's just dive right into what the verse is like for me. So, as you can see, I'm overlapping on this note already on the B. I'm playing a B2 where I'm omitting that E flat or that D sharp. I have B, F sharp, B, and then on my right hand, I'm also playing that same B. I'm overlapping them. On the thumb, I have C sharp and I have F sharp. Please excuse me through this video. I will be referring to different keys on the sharps or their flats. Just bear with me. So the Lord bless you and keep you. So here I have that E. I'm playing, E2 as well. So I have E, B, E on my left hand. And on my right hand I have B, E, and F sharp. Instead of going, I'm kind of keeping it close there. And I'm trying to keep this E and the F sharp and these notes on top as much as possible because these are the melody notes. So, Lord bless you and keep you. So I'm trying not to move around too much where I'm losing the melody from the top. That is something very important you want to do as you move forward in your music. If you're a beginner, take note of that. If you've been playing for a while and you want to move up a little step and you haven't been doing that, it's a great thing to do is trying to have your melody on top of your chords. It's something, if you listen to music, you'll notice that is a lot of times a note that is on top of the chord. So this is something you want to get used to, and it's something that I do teach in my lessons as well. Have the melody on top. So, Lord bless you. So we went back to the B2, and now we're gonna go to F sharp 2. I play a lot of 2s and a lot of 7s on this song. Since it's very simple, I do have a lot of 2 on my notes. As you can see on my left hand, usually you'll find people that play, whatever note they're playing on the bottom on the left hand, they'll play it on top. I like to kind of box out of that, so I'll do a F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, which is a 2. So that's a 2. So I'll have the 2 of F sharp on there. And then I have here B flat, C sharp, and F sharp. And you'll notice that I'll do the same thing for that G sharp minor. Where I have G sharp, I have E flat or D sharp, and then I have the B flat up here. In this case, instead of me playing, an inversion of G sharp, I'm gonna omit the 1 and I'm gonna throw in the 7. So I have, on my left hand I have, again, G sharp, D sharp, B flat, and then I have B, on my right hand I have B natural, C sharp, and F sharp. So that little walk before I go to E, from G sharp to E, it's I don't always do it, but it's a nice little walk. So it's hard to do it slow. So it's just a note. You can go here. I sometimes stay up here. It gives it a nice sound to that E. So I have E, B, E on my left hand, and on my right hand I actually have G sharp, C sharp, F sharp. So the 3rd, the 6, and the 2. And back to the 1. And as you see, when I do that B, F sharp, B riff that they do to finish the verse, I play that same B that I played at the beginning. Now the F sharp, I tend to play with the F sharp both on top and on bottom, but if you play the 2, it's fine. And you go back to the B. So, Lord bless you and keep you, make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Lord turn His face towards you and give you peace. And then you want to do that. So that's kind of like that little B, E, B part is kind of like a transition to the second verse when you do the second verse, and it's also a transition to your chorus. What I like to do is, instead of always going to that E, sometimes I'll just be like, stay on the B. On my church, I play the key bass as well, so I don't have to tell the bass player to play the key bass. I'm sorry, I don't have to tell the bass player what to play, but if I had a bass player, I would just tell them stay on B. You know, stay on the 1, and I'll play a suspended B chord with the 4, and I'll go back to there. So, and He give you peace. Then I just do a little walk up. These don't stay the same. The B and the F sharp stay the same, but my walk up is C sharp, D sharp, E, and that's where I play the B suspended 4, and I go back to the B natural. And then once you go to the chorus, I don't change too much. Amen. So I have that E again that we spoke about in the verse. Amen. The B2. Amen. And then once you go to the bridge, I might change it a little bit just because the melody kind of moves to the lower. So, you know, there you can kind of move to the... You can keep it the same. I don't know the words, sorry. See there, I play that F sharp, and then I also play the F sharps here. So I didn't do that too. You can change that around. You know, and then I know Carrie Joe kind of brings it up, so then you can so you can change it around there. So now you'll play, as you can see, I'm playing still that G sharp, D sharp, B flat on my left hand. But now on my right hand, I'm kind of just playing an inversion of G sharp. So I have the D sharp, G sharp, and then I have B natural. So here I have E, B, E on my left, and then on my right hand, I can play E natural with the B on the bottom, or I could just play a regular triad. And this is the melody note, so I want to leave that on there. So that's why I didn't move it down to here, because I want to keep the melody on top. And since she goes on top, you know, on the song on the register, so we can play it up there instead of playing it down here. It'll be more comfortable. So. And 1,000 generations. So if you want to go to the B and keep that melody on top, you want to make sure you have your B, F sharp, B on your right hand, on your left hand, sorry. And on your right hand, you have the D sharp, the F sharp, B natural, and the C sharp. That is the 2 of the B chord, but it is the melody line. And when you go to the F sharp, you're gonna have, like, you can do the. And for the bridge, I like to keep it simple, so I keep the F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, sorry, F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, and I just do an inversion of F sharp there. As you can see on my right hand, at this point, I'm just playing triads, keeping it simple for the most part, but just keeping the melody line on top. So as you can see in the bridge, pretty much I keep it simple, but I do want to make sure that my melody's on top. Again, I can't stress that enough. It'll make a difference to your music, and it also helps people, you know, if they want to just sing along to what you're playing. You know, a lot of songs have that 4, you know, that 6-4-1-5 progression, but once they can play the melody, it just, everybody knows where you're going. You know, in a case where, like, you can't speak to your singer, but you want them to go to the song, and let's say you're the music director, and you want to say, hey, let's go to this song. This song is the song that we want to go to. If you're just playing chords to a song, they can completely misunderstand what song you're trying to go to. So being able to keep your melody on top, like in a case like this, it's really helpful to communicate with others, and also it'll just sound, it'll flow better once they start singing, especially to get to that high part or even the low parts, because it's just an octave change. They'll be able to follow along. So, you know, may His presence go before you and behind you and beside you, all around you and within you. He is with you, He is with you. It just sounds better. You know, it just flows better. So that's pretty much the whole song. So now I'll go ahead and give you a few pointers and a few tips on different things you can do with the song itself. So one good thing to be able to do with this song, in the verse, you can go, you know, the verse says, the Lord bless you. You can tell the bass player to keep that B, Lord bless you and keep you, because you're going to go right back to it. So one thing you can do is you can play a suspended 4 on the B. The reason why is, first of all, you're going B, E, B, so you're going right back to it. And because you're going to the 4, you can actually play a B suspended chord, and it'll actually flow with the song you're already playing. So you can go, Lord bless you and keep you. And that sounds fine. That sounds fine. So there's no problem there. You're going G sharp minor. Another thing you can do with the chord itself, with the 1-4-1 chord in the beginning, the B, E, B, you can actually have the bass player go to E. So you can go, the Lord bless you and keep you. And then in this case, instead of having the bass player go back to B, have him go to D sharp. Da, 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 da. So, the Lord bless you and keep His face shine before you and be gracious to you. bless you and keep you, make his face shine before you, and be gracious to you. I did it. So you can do, the Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. So that's one thing you can do for the verse, or two options. Again, I have the Lord bless you and keep you, or the Lord bless you and keep you. Don't ask me why I tend to do that. I'm playing the same chord with two fingers. It's just a force of habit. Especially when I play smaller chords, that's where you know, like, okay, I'm not used to that. You know, I'll probably play something like that, or I don't know, something like that. But trying to keep it simple, it defaults to playing something. Once you go to the chorus, you can go, Amen, Amen. And this is funny because that's actually what I heard the first time I heard the song. For some reason, I heard a 1/5 in that part, and that's kind of how I played it the first time we played it. And then I kind of heard it again, and I'm like, oh, maybe they didn't do that. So. So, instead of having your bass player play play G sharp, E, B, F sharp, have them play, G sharp, E, F sharp, F sharp, and it'll flow right. Be aware if your bass player actually does if you play like I play, where I kind of have these notes kind of in the lower register, if he plays the F sharp, you guys agreed on the F sharp, make sure you also play the F sharp, because if you play the B, it's gonna kind of crash one with the other. Unless you're playing in a higher register, unless you're here. It won't bother as much, but if you're playing here and you play F sharp and he plays F sharp and you play B, or you play F sharp and he plays B, there's gonna be a crash. So you want to make sure you guys are both sure on what you're gonna do. So one thing I like to do a lot, especially when it builds up, and it's something that's simple, and a lot of songs do it, especially when you start getting into gospel music and stuff, I hold the 6 and I hold the 5. So, this song has a 6-4-1-5 flow, and that's the progression for the verse. Sorry, that's the progression for the chorus, and that's the progression for the bridge as well. So what I like to do a lot, once it builds up, once it goes to, in the morning, in the evening, and you're coming, and you're going, and you're weeping, and rejoicing, he is for you. What you can do is, instead of having the bass player play everything, just have him play G sharp, G sharp, F sharp, F sharp, and you're still the chords don't change, but the bass notes changes. So in the morning, in the evening, in your coming, in your going, in your weeping, and rejoicing, he is with you, he is with you. It kind of builds up. And you can go back to the regular progression. You don't want to get stuck on that progression too much. You don't want to do it too often. If you do something too many times, then it kind of loses its touch. It loses its cool. So don't overdo these little tips. And that's one tip you can use in a lot of songs. Again, a lot of songs have that 6-4-1-5 progression. So you don't want to overdo it, and you don't want to do it in every song. But that's one of the things you can do, and it really does change the song. There's more things you can do. But again, I believe this song can be kept simple as it is. It is a great song, and may the Lord bless you all. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, and leave any comments below, and let your friends know. If you know somebody else that wants to learn, you can email me, you can send me a message, you can leave a comment below, and I'll reply to you. And so I want to bless you all. Have a great day. Thank you.